Hello guys and welcome back to another Satisfactory video, and today we're doing a little bit of a mod spotlight featuring decorations and more decorations by Aquila. Now we have covered decorations prior. I'll put a link in the top right hand corner to that one, but we will cover it basically here as well. I hope you enjoy as we build our dream house. Now I should mention that this particular mod does favor more industrial builds. However, we are going to do a house and we're going to try and get everything to fit in. So we'll see how it goes. So as you can see, we are going to be doing a time lapse of a build. We've just done the bottom floor and I've now decorated the storage area. In here, you can actually see that we've got various items from the mod, from fire protective stuff on the walls, the electric box, this massive case of boxed, like cardboard boxes, as well as barrels and gas canisters and the likes. We then went on to the garage where I wanted a little workshop with a little engine, and then we've got a few other bits and pieces. Really, your creativity is your limit here. I've just done a few little bits, but you could add a lot more, such as I've done at the back there. Moving on, we're going to build the actual house upwards, and we're going to also compartmentalize various parts where we want the lounge and the dining room, as well as the kitchen. Now, this mod does have a lot of items to play around with. However, it is still very restrictive in what it offers you. There aren't as many things when it comes to items that you can use in the house. That's why I mentioned it's much better for an industrial setting. However, with what you've got and micromanage, you can actually make some pretty cool looking stuff. Here's my kitchen. You can see how we've turned all of the chest of drawers into themselves to give this kind of surface for working with. We've also got a bit of plant life, although I would like to use more. And looking back over the cooker area, you can see that we've actually designed the hobs using signs, and I believe it's a screen that I used for the little oven section there. But I would like a few more items in order to really customize this. We then had a nice little breakfast bar just put to the side in case you're a little bit peckish, and we've actually used the signs on top. And then going over to the dining area, we've added a nice little plant and some journals as if we were working there. I want to add a little bit of art. Can you class this as art? I'm not sure. And of course, the other thing for this area is the bathroom. Everyone needs a bathroom. So we've added a little mirror. You have to use your imagination a little bit, but we have bins, we have some bottles, and also a sink. And of course, we also added a little toilet. We then have the living room, and I spent a bit more time on this, trying to play around with the items that we had. I've added various things that you'll find there, such as the TV. We have two big sofas and then a coffee table. If we spent a bit more time here, you can see that I've actually added a few books on the bookshelves, and then I've also scattered some empty cardboard boxes, but you kind of get lost with the size of the room. That being said, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. We did have to enlarge the lamps, which is something that I've done throughout. It's very prevalent in this build. It's all right. We then go on to work on the swimming pool area and the little dock. I wish we could change the material for the half pipes, but I think it turned out okay in the end. And I also added a nice little boat there. Something that's been made out of pipes. It's not perfect, but it's a nice little something to play around with. As for the swim pool, there are no mods here. I've just used the signs below to give it that turquoise green feel, and then there's also some signs along the bottom for light. Oh, and don't forget the diving board. Returning to the time lapse, we segregate everything, compartmentalize everything so that we have some bedrooms and then the rooftop. And then we're going to go in and actually, after we've done the outside, decorate those. This build itself is very modern, I feel. It's not necessarily what I was going for, but it works for this. It's easy to do in Satisfactory. So here we have my studio area. We've got a little sitting area as well as my computer setup, which you'll see a little bit more in a moment. Now, if you're in our streams, which you can find over on twitch.tv/Totalxclipse, you'll actually see that we have that doggo behind us, and also my white desk and 2 monitors set up. I've then added a little workbench and drones because I like to think that I'm a little bit geeky, but I don't have one yet. And moving on, we have the bedroom. It's quite spacious, but has some nice views. Giving you a little bit of a spin around the room, you can see where I'm going to have my coffee in the morning, and also some plant life just to make it feel a little bit more, I don't know, natural. And then we have the bed in the middle overlooking this beautiful scene. But don't worry, if you're going to stay with us as a guest, I've actually designed a little room for you guys as well. And you can get a lovely view of the drive coming down to the house with the lovely forest in the background. On the top floor, I'm going to be honest, it came out to be a bit of a party floor. We have a disco floor, we have various seats. I was going to do some art, but in the end I ended up adding some more seats on a nice carpet. We have a barbecue grill. Again, the disco floor, I don't know why I felt the need for it, but you know what, why not? If you can, if you can flaunt it, why don't you? The idea would be this is a lovely place just to finish your day, enjoy a drink. But for those that prefer the nature, we are using the decorations mod here, which we covered before. This allows us to place all the different nature items in game. So whether that's the plants or the rocks or the trees, you can do that with this. And as you can see, it just gives us a nice little walkway through. And another thing that I've done with this, over this little bridge, is actually to work on the little cave below, adding a lot more fungi to give it this more eerie look. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. So there you are, guys. That is the more decorations and the decorations mod that we've covered in that. Hopefully you like the design of my house. It didn't turn out quite as I intended, but I am generally pretty happy with the way it's turned out. It's definitely a more modern approach. One thing I should mention is the signs on top. So these were actually done with signs and then covered in, colored dark blue and added a background with those grids to give it that kind of solar panel look. But anyway, that's all we have time for. If you did enjoy it, please do drop a thumbs up. And obviously, if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Special thanks does go to all of our amazing supporters, most notably our Solar Eclipse patrons, The Calamity, Cerebral Tag, James Irwin, and Jerry 2, as well as our Lunars, Dixie Chris, Lord of July, and Ben, as well as our Blood Moon, Papa Snoozy. Anyway, guys, until next time, as always, ciao for now.